Ladies and gentlemen, SideStrafe back with DCS World, and what the frack have I gotten myself into? Yep, A-10C Warthog. Perhaps one of the world's most iconic close air support craft, in one of the world's most intimidating and challenging simulations of it. From World War II tail draggers to this bad boy. Crazy? I think so. But I'm gonna go ahead and get her started. My startup procedure may be out of order and in some ways incorrect. I would not suggest using this as a guide for yourself if you're new to DCS. Most likely a bad idea. But there are about 1 billion tutorials on starting this thing up, and each one is different. Oxygen supply. APU. Let that boost to 100. So again, this is just me sharing my experiences within DCS. We are on the Nevada map, Groom Lake. And I'll be heading out to engage some ground targets, hopefully. Alright, that's at 100. Pop those. And spool up one of the engines. Starting with the left one. You can see that beginning to spin. And we want to do these things here as well. Turn these monitors on so that we can begin our pre-flight testing. There are a lot of things that I'm not doing that you should be doing if this was real. That's normal, that's the engine. I'm going to spin up the right engine as well now. There's a lot of gauges that you should be checking. Fuel and your oxygen tests. Skipping it for the sake of the video. Otherwise we'll be here forever. But I just wanted to show you that I can start her up.
Pull up, pull up.
Howdy, Betty.
Altitude, altitude.
Countermeasures. Exit that. Vote all. That'll be about 15 seconds there. Now that the engines are up, we don't need that anymore. Pitch controls, I think, and 1,000, 1,000. Takeoff trim. Turn on the CDU page, and we've got our map there. But we have to wait for this number to read 4.0 and then 0.8. And then I think I hit the nav button, then the IGI button, and then there's 2 switches there, and then we should be complete. This does take a while. There's no way around it. You have to sit and wait for it. Now, if only there was a way to transition past this part. Oh, look, there is. Okay, so now that that is out of the way, I think there is this that needs to be done. And the IGI brakes to reach those switches. This board is clear, which means we should be good to go. Nose wheel steering engaged. let's head out. But in any case, I'm still working on my World War II aircraft. The P-51 is my main focus. And I'm getting pretty good with it. The landings still need work, but everything else I'm getting pretty comfortable with. Even starting to do a little bit more multiplayer combat. But I had the desire to start learning a jet, and I figured that I would just go all the way and jump into something complicated so that everything else would feel simple again. It was against most people's recommendations. Most people said that I should start with a more simplistic aircraft, but I was like, I think jumping right into the Mustang helped me feel a lot more comfortable with other World War II aircraft. Well, minus the Spitfire, so I figured I'd do the same with the jets and just go all the way from the very start. Okay, so there she is. Gonna go ahead and do a little bit of flaps for takeoff. I believe that is what you're supposed to do. If not, please let me know in the comments. I could be making plenty of mistakes today. And I think we're ready to take off. Full powered engines. We will disengage the nose wheel steering when hitting 70. Playing around with the rudder a little bit. Keep her centered. Nose wheel steering is off. And away we go. Landing gear up. Retract flaps. That iconic engine sound. Alright, well, I think what I'm going to do is put her in autopilot and mess around with this a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and master arm. I know with the Mavericks, you've got to warm them up or boot up the system. Admittedly, it's not my strength. The systems are the most complicated aspect of any of these jets. It's not really the startup procedure. You learn the startup procedure after a little bit. It's not taxiing, taking off, flying, landing. It's the systems. The hardest aircraft in DCS to fly are probably between World War II aircraft and helicopters. Flying jets is actually fairly simple. It's just all this stuff. It's all these buttons and switches and getting your binds down and knowing how the screens work, and it's getting through that. But, you know, looking down here, you can obviously see some iconic flight controls. Thrustmaster makes a replica of the HOTAS here that a lot of the flight sim enthusiasts tend to recommend. You know, I thought I was all set with my T16000M. Don't get me wrong, it's great. But you find yourself wanting more buttons. You can never have enough buttons. You think you have enough, you don't. You're still having to utilize the keyboard. You know, you're doing as much as you can with the T16000M setup. But yeah, it's just diving into this one especially. For the other aircraft, the World War II things, hasn't been a big deal. But I'm finding myself wanting more. Okay, I think I've got contacts left. So I'm going to fly in from this side here. Come around to give myself some distance so I can figure out which one is the anti-aircraft vehicle. You can see some little dots on the ground there. Hard to make out, probably not detectable through the YouTube video. Want to make sure that the Maverick camera is centralized. Then I'll be able to use the slew control to perhaps identify the anti-aircraft vehicle. Center that. It's hard to tell which is. I don't know if you can zoom in with this thing. All right, on the way. I hope that's the right target.
Warning, Autopilot.
Uh-oh. I think we hit something. Well, if we start getting shot at, then we'll know we killed the wrong thing first, but I still want to err on the side of caution. I think the AA one was just separated. Boom. Yeah, I don't think we're taking any immediate fire. Okay, those look to be the tanks. Yeah, I think that one over there was the AA. The other ones should be supply trucks or something. DSMS. There's bombs as well. I'm going to use the other Maverick on the tank and then do some gun runs, I think. When you start learning this, granted I'm making mistakes, granted I'm not doing everything perfectly, but when you start learning this, it's just so much freaking fun. You feel like a professional when you're in command of this thing. You actually feel, DCS makes you feel like an actual pilot. It's just so damn satisfying. Achievement unlocked. I am playing DCS A-10C Warthog. Me, SideStrafe. I always... This is going to sound stupid, but I always dreamed of playing these types of things. I always thought to myself, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. You just have to give yourself some time. I've only been flying this one. I got it 3 days ago. I think that's the other tank there. Boom. That's badass. It almost looks real on the screen there. Oh. Somebody's shooting at us. I see some tracer fire. Did I kill the AA? I don't know. Could be infantry. All right, I'll tell you what's gonna happen now, though. We're gonna arm the GAU and switch it to guns. I've got my zoom here. These trucks.
Altitude, altitude.
Yeah, I don't think they like that. I think the other one is infantry. The other target's shooting at me. Nothing beats the sound of that 30mm though. That's the sound of freedom. I'm gonna go in for another pass with the guns. It's my favorite thing about this. There's no denying it. I have to say though, I'm actually quite proud of myself for getting this far in so few days. I thought that I'd be here maybe in a month. But you just gotta jump in and maybe look up a couple guides and tutorials and you'll be there. Get that out of the way.
Pull up, pull up.
That's a good hit. I see some infantry down below. Not a lot, but they're down there. Well, the other one disappeared. No, it's there somewhere. Oh, I see it. It's a frickin' flea.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Definitely the sound of freedom. That's good stuff. Alright, I think we got him. Yep, all clear. Alright, time to head home. That was actually fun. Okay, we are making our final approach. Probably want to put everything in the safe. I also learned about the jettison button here. Let's just say we're a little bit lighter. This thing's not necessarily difficult to slow down, but you still want to err on the side of caution. That ground will come up on you mighty quick. Bring down the landing gear.
Altitude, altitude.
Yes, ma'am. Little wobbly, but I will take it. I mean, it is me and landings after all. The one thing I really need to work on in all aircraft, but I do find it to be easier in jets. Having that nose wheel helps quite a bit. But that is all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you've appreciated this look at DCS and the A-10C. Hopefully I can come up with some more missions. I've got a lot of learning to do, but man, am I enjoying it. So I think with that said, all the links you need to succeed can be found within the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, want to leave me a like, appreciate that. I'll see you on the next one.